Today is all about bomb disposal robots, and apparently they're going on a big posh film called Fuse. And Fuse is going to be a kick-ass movie. The reason it's going to be a kick-ass movie is because the bloke called Kick-Ass is on it. And my old brother-in-law Matthew is going to go down there. He's a bit of a dab hand with these, He's going to go down there and show him how to operate them, and how exciting, how bloody exciting. Let's go and meet the runner. A runner is someone who runs around picking things up and dropping things off. And this one was refreshingly early. As you can see, you can probably tell it's like early. It's just early. There's nobody else here. I'm all on my own. Bill, you're going to find these are quite heavy. If we dob them on the back of the trailer, and then we'll park next to your van and then transfer them across. And I'm going to give you another one completely. And then that way, if something goes wrong, you've got everything. It's all about ruggedized laptops. And this thing here will light up with about 4 or 1 or as many screens as you want, sometimes 6. And then this snippy bit goes snippety snip snip, picking things up. And that is obviously something to do with the batteries. And then it's got these holders here that hold other cameras. And these are the jaws that cut. These are hardened steel and they can chop things. So it's kind of the whole kit. And I reckon if you've got 2 kits, you've got half a chance, haven't you? Well, it occurs to me that this bit's been ripped off an old Jeep. Unfortunately, someone's cut that off, which is a shame, because now when I heat that up to weld it, I'm going to melt that bit of spring. But basically what we need is something in there, bolted on there at that angle, and a lever coming up here, and when we push it that way, a rod coming off this piece here goes onto that bit there, and it onks it into this or onks it into that. Pretty simple, really. I don't know what all the fuss was about. But that's the plan. I need something that's going to bolt on there and keep these two about parallel. And this needs to be pulled over a bit. But I reckon I can do that. Like it wants to come over anyway. It's saying, move me over, please, Daddy. So there you go. Just got to go on there like that. I'll drill a hole in the bottom, so if this fills up with water, it runs out. But that is really the crux of it. That's all we need. You're saying we've got a delivery. Is it a big delivery? Is it a large delivery? What scale size? How big is this delivery?
2 pallets worth.
2 pallets? And whatever could they be? All the way from China. My little friend Sushin has done it again, and she's gone in the back door of the factory. Even though someone else has the franchise to the fancy little rubber planes, makes no difference to my Chinese friend. She just walks in there and goes, "We want humble planes!" And bosh, on your doorstep 3 weeks later.
Moment of truth.
Well, it looks to me like could there only be 2 to a box? That seems strange to me. Maybe there's 4 to a box. Now these are is it F16?
Yeah.
These are the F16 by Flash Sun. Now there's 4 to a box. And these go like Billy Whiz. And as you bring them in against the wind, you can slow them right down and grab them from the front. And that little prop on the back doesn't chop your fingers off. The same kind of thing. I don't know whether they're 4-channel. I don't know if you need 4-channel on a jet, but very, very good fun and just right for shooting with them shotguns. And that's what we're planning for. This isn't the only pallet. There's some over there, and there should be 100. And 100 should take a little while to shoot or sell. So if you want to buy one, come up here and you can come dogging with us. And if you enjoy your dogging session, you can buy a plane at the end of it. Well planed up, and I promise we're not going to nick any of the propellers out of the boxes. Now then,
I'm ready for my exchange.
You have got to decide who's doing the Bollywood job in Scotland. Now, I was suggesting, and Brooke's idea, he said you ought to have a bollock kicking contest, and the last man standing gets to do the job with his girlfriend. So, what do you reckon? I'll hold your plane. Who wants to go first? You can have. Hang on.
Who can put Brooke on the
Because of your kind of superior, how can I say, rank in the company, you can have yourself a fall guy, like a whipping boy.
Brooke, go on.
Right. So you can have Dylan, and you can be Ashley's. It's important that when you make a creation, everything's got to be made out of scrap. Right? The Scrap Heap Challenge have nothing on us. We don't buy any steel in, it's just bits that are left over from tanks. recycling, reusing. Now this is going to be the side of this kind of gear shift bracket. Whoever made this thing and didn't put in low range needed his bumps feeling. Would you like to feel his bumps? Not much? No? You sure, Dylan? I could arrange it. It's not pretty, but it's exactly the shape. So pull in a dead straight line and push that gear backwards and forwards. I'm going to be pulling it that way.
Yeah, but you
so
want...
It's going to be quite a long way, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't...
If it was that way...
It doesn't have to be that one.
What is here? Where's the seat? Well, after a lot of cobbling and wiggling around, I have now got a very ugly, very super strong lump here. And this keeps it over that way kind of thing. So you'll have basically, you put it over and then you go like that. And you'll probably find, and I don't really know, you'll probably find that is something like 2-wheel load. And then that's 4-wheel low, and then that's 2-wheel high, and I don't know, we'll have to play around. But basically, that's me high and low, and 4 and 2 on this old puppy. And I'm very pleased with that. I will hardly be able to contain myself until tomorrow when I can bolt that in. And that's a non-corrosive paint, so that's that sorted forever, I hope. Not really sure of my next job. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of rubbing down to do. All that's got to be rubbed down, and then red oxide, more or less to bare metal, because it's a funny old paint, but I'm sure it goes no protection against rust whatsoever. Well, I've sent a message out to lots of my friends, do they want to come dogging tonight? And I thought before they get here, I'd have a little practice, because I'm used to flying this dogfighting with this Spitfire, and it's attained quite a lot of damage, but it's still flying great. And we've just got 100 of these arrive, all different types of planes, all types of warbirds. And I'm going to have now a go with the F-16, and maybe later someone will I'm going to cut a little hole in the front because I think it needs airflow going through it to keep the motor cold. Very fast, very flat, very well, I had a quick go with it and I was impressed. Anyway, now we've got 100. I think they can give me one for training. Tanks-alot can give me a plane for training purposes. And we are going to sell a few, and the rest are going to go on the clay pigeon shooting stand. We're going to do radio control plane shooting just like we used to years ago. And it's going to be so much fun. Ever shot one of these with a shotgun? Oh, you couldn't ask for more. Do. On tight. Right, taking it easy. Take your finger out your nose when you go over the bumps. What a lovely old motor. River Jackson. It's like a farmer looking at his fields instead of looking at the bloody road. They do that. Never drive home. Safe journey. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I just thought to myself, some of this stuff could do with another coat. And yes, especially these nadgery bits over here. I've done one side and it's time to turn them all over and do the other. And that's what it's all about really, isn't it? Getting things ready so your paint's dry when you want to work in the morning. That's a bit hot. That is going to be the spindle that my gunner's seat in the back goes into. Now it's just a bit of random pipe I had laying around. Don't know what it was, some sort of square thing, something to do with something building. And then I've got this piece here. I don't know what this is either. Can't remember, but living in a world of scrap, you've always got the stuff, and that goes in there. Snug. Snuggity snug. So it's the beginning. A little load all going, an absolute little gem. Guess the mileage. I don't know. I know the hours. 284. It's not a lot of hours. It's a new one basically. No electronics, no brains, none of that kind of rubbish. It just starts and goes. on these things. Beautiful. The DAF is going away for a bit of surgery, and then it's going to come back with a kind of a body on the back off of that ZIL. Anyone remember that great big Russian thing with the kind of disco machine on it? It's going on that. Well, I've drilled this big hole in the floor, and that's going to take me shaft. Can I say shaft? That's going to take me shaft, and that collet, just that bit there on the end, that just happens to be a perfect fit for this piece of scrap. And then that's going in there like that, and I'm going to weld it just about flush. And the important thing is this is dead straight pointing up. But the floor of the workshop's not straight, that tilts. And the floor in here is all over the place, so getting that so as it's about right ain't going to be easy. Well, it's taking shape very quickly, and basically I've got it so that whole floor, that'll pull out the floor and just leave a little hole. I won't have anything as a trip hazard, because I might not be machine gunning on the back of it every day. You never really know. We've got Christian come over from Germany to throw a bit of expertise into the thingy. He's doing some technical stuff up the front. But yes, we're getting close to paint. Next thing is I've got some holes under there. Well, Mike's rubbing away like crazy. And we've got some more bits here to spray. Lots and lots of bits here to spray. And it's all kind of coming together. We'll have the windscreen together soon. Bumpers all rubbed down. Bin box on the front's all being rubbed down. I've got the kind of the gear lever, that's nice in the middle, and then this one here is for the high and low, and I'll put a nice canvassing round there. But I'm going to have to cut all these off and move them over 3.5 inches. And to be honest, there is a big gap this side for the chair, and the other side only about that much. So that was a bit strange. So it will look better for that anyway. And then we can start actually spraying these components and throwing them back in. It's got high, I think that's probably low 4, low 2, and then it's 4-wheel drive, high, and then high 2. And the plan is to make a nice slotted thing that goes across here, and the spring-loaded bit tries to push it across into the slot. So I'm quite pleased with that. Be careful of Mike, because he works so bloody hard. If I'm not careful, he's going to roll over dead. And we don't want that. He's bloody useful. He's my historian. Make sure everything is absolutely correct. And he's also going to be my Sherman tank driver, because we bought a Sherman and he's going to be sort of looking after it and taking it around all the shows, because he's one of these reenactor. Basically, there are people who have got 5% interest in military vehicles and 95% interest in beer. But everyone needs a hobby. What I'm making here is this is going to be the gated bit for me high, low 4 and 2-wheel drive, and I want it to sort of go ka-chunk, 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 and then I can write here exactly what I mean, so there's no confusion if I lend it out. And to get a nice rounded bit to the bottom of the gate, it's best to drill, and I'll step drill up to about 12 mil. This is a bit of a milestone. We're getting the paint on. All the welding's done, all the cutting's done, all the adjustments done. Everything's done. Now it's down to colour. It's called a finish because it's done at the end.
Seem to have a bit of a problem there.
Yes. Things were going very well, and then I think the battery I put in may have been a dead one. It wasn't going quite right, and it comes.
It was going
down.
so well until it wasn't.
Sorted.
Good as new.
The prop come off and it didn't break, so I can
It's a
pop that back on
miracle.
the end. And which way around does it go? Do you know?
Be careful, they should be flying backwards everywhere.
Okay. That's what you do. Then you do that, and then you don't have a wee-wee for a little while. Otherwise, you stick your winky to your finger.
You've got a bit
Pinky
of,
to your
you've got a bit
winky.
of drip going on there.
Oh dear. Now I rub it on the tank. Next thing, I can't get off the tank.